The very best season is here, fall. I'm very fall coordinated right now with one of my favorite fitteds. I actually might just go ahead and do like a rundown of all of my fall fitteds very soon. I showed that full clip, I believe, on Instagram at talks.with.tj during a live, so I may just go ahead and bring that here. I can't wear all of them all the time just because you guys already know when the hair switches over, it's time to switch sizes for the fitteds as well. But a Fear of God Essentials drop is on the way, and have these lost some of the allure that they had in the past for people? Sure, but for those of you, and like myself, still into them, you tune in, you want to know what's new, what's coming out, different colorways, different tones, because there's always a different tone. You may be interested in that. And I've passed on quite a few drops in the past. I'm not saying I'm rushing out to get anything right now immediately, but let's just talk about the good and the bad when it comes to this drop. So this should have already dropped and it got delayed. So I believe October 11th was the official expected date for the fall winter 23 Fear of God Essentials drop. That didn't happen. Now, I think some other regions in the world may have actually got the drop, but we did not, okay? So, still waiting for that on the US. I believe we should see this in stores, let's say PacSun, Nordstrom, and other retailers on October 20th. I would also probably just throw Essence in there. So, Essence and PacSun. I've been hard on PacSun in the past, but you know what? They've certainly come around and been a little bit easier. That's also because the resellers have taken themselves elsewhere, and I appreciate that. So, what's still the bad that I don't care for? It has to be the hoodies. It has to be. I thought maybe I would come around to this new idea of like a scuba neck, and I have not. I have not come to the conclusion that that's for me. I still love the older style hoodies. I love a hood that feels like a real hood. Now, I still think in terms of who has set a great standard for a hood, the Alma Manier hoodie, Jordan brand, it's still the best hoodie in terms of just the hood that I own myself in my closet. But I can't get with the scuba neck hoodie. You can go ahead and comment below what are your thoughts on that, because I personally, it's just not for me. I can't get with that. But I know that became a favorite for some people. So if that's a favorite for you, comment below. You like the newer hoodie versus the older one. That's something that people are interested in. It's still the bad for me. And I'm being also a little bit more realistic. And the season has changed. I don't need to buy any shorts right now. Normally, this is a good time to buy shorts because they go on sale, right? In the season sale, you can pick them up. And you're ready for that next spring, summer, those two seasons to hit. But I'm not going to buy shorts right now. I'm just not, because they will sit here. It's not like me being able to wear them in the gym. I don't wear sweat shorts like that when I'm in the gym. I'm already sweating enough. I don't want to feel like I'm actually in a sauna in those shorts. So I'm going to pass if I get anything on the shorts. Now, I know the tees are certainly different, and I'm open to that because we have returned, thank goodness, to smaller branding. So we know recently we've seen the branding be bold. It's like collegiate branding. Now, I broke down and got those shirts because of the colorways that were offered, right? The Tuscan and the Coral. I broke down because the colorways are amazing, and I was just a big fan of them. But now we have returned to the smaller, the subtle, the tasteful branding. Thank you, Jerry. I don't know if you heard us whining and complaining, but we appreciate it. So you do have Essentials. It's the larger print, and then Fear of God underneath, and it's right here in the middle of the chest. Now, Paul already touched on this on Locust to Wild Honey. We don't have the mock neck anymore where it came up to here. I don't know how people were doing that with just regular t-shirts, but it looked like you were trying to go for the priest height up here with the neck. That was an absolute no for me. I cannot, no. I also run hot. I would be so hot in those t-shirts. Absolutely not. So we're back to just a regular neckline. Thank you, Jerry. That's just should have been the case all along. But you know what? You want to dabble around. You want to play with the designs. You do you. Back to a traditional neckline. Now, if you look at these the actual shoulder hem, dropped. It is dropped. I've seen just kind of some tips. I believe JM has posted before that they run more oversized than normal shirts. So I'm almost thinking in my mind, instead of a small, should I get an extra small? Because when I get a small, it runs 20 inches armpit to armpit, which would run a men's medium in a Nike or an Adidas shirt. So if it's even larger with it being drop shoulder, should I go extra small? I don't know. I would have to see if I went in store for that. My local PacSun does not get stuff in store, so I wouldn't be able to actually do that. But maybe you can go in store to your local PacSun to check that out. So to me, the changes that we've seen are good. Now let's move into the actual good. I like the fact that we have the knit hoodies with no branding on them. Like, I have the hoodies with branding on them. You can certainly check those videos out. I have them in different sizes, like small and medium. Again, you can check those out here on the channel in the Fear of God playlist. So I like the cable knit. I like the fact that they have hoods on them. Like, this looks really nice and cozy because there is no branding. Again, it's just more subtle. If you want to throw an overcoat on, a blazer on top of it, and just go about your day and not know that it has like a central splasher across the front, you can do that. I always will think that that's more tasteful. What I love the most, though, actually two different colorways that we are seeing for the drop. So, Core Heather and Gold Heather. There are certainly a little bit of different undertones to them. Gold Heather is warmer. It's certainly warmer. It has that true gold undertone, think like yellowish. And then Core Heather is more of a tan undertone. But Heather, anything I appreciate, like heathered t-shirts. If there's a heathered gray t-shirt, heathered navy t-shirt, there's a really good chance I've probably bought it at some point if it was an option because I really like it and appreciate it. So just taking a look here, you can really see the differences in the colorway when you're looking at those knit hoodies that I'm posting here from JM's Instagram. So you have Gold Heather. Silver Cloud is another colorway. I'm not overly crazy about Silver Cloud just because it reminds me of like wheat. So if you have wheat, I feel like Silver Cloud is very close to that. Even though you would think in your mind, silver and cloud, maybe it's a cooler tone. All I'm saying is it looks very similar to what I already have. Now, he provided a full rundown of the colorways that you should see. Cloud Dancer, that looks close to white. And if that's something that you're interested in, great. I'm just trying to think like how much of a pain would that be to keep clean and not spill anything on it. So that's like a risk you take on your own. But Cloud Dancer, Silver Cloud, Jet Black, which is always a favorite by any and everyone because a lot of people just want all black as an option. But then Gold Heather and Core Heather. So if I see myself buying anything this drop, and I'll be flying out to California when this actually drops, so again, we'll see. This may be like a post-drop decision when I'm back. I can look right now in my closet. I have 13 pairs of sweatpants right now. That's not including anything Fear of God. There's part of me that thinks I should go ahead and get rid of some of these things before I would get maybe 2 more pairs. But I think if I were to get anything, it would be maybe like the Core Heather and the Gold Heather sweats. Like, just get the sweats. Now, I'm a bigger fan of the older tapered design. I like them tapering down quite a bit once you get towards the calf. I know that's not the case now, so this would be like a whole new fit for me personally. I think it's probably closer to like the 2018-ish fit. That's probably what it's likened to, like a 2018-ish fit versus what we were used to in 2019, 2020, 2021. So those are my thoughts on the fall winter 2023 Fear of God Essentials drop. Those 2 colorways have certainly caught my eye. Please comment below if you intend to pick up anything, or have you enjoyed being patient and you just go pick up the sales and you go about your day, because I am all for that. And in terms of the channel, if you haven't caught recent videos, I'm not saying that like I shade people for having 200 pairs of shoes and 1 pair of sheets, but that may or may not have come up in that video in relation to the Air Jordan 1 dropping, because we're talking about sneaker math here and it just wasn't mathing logically. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, stay tuned. I might just go ahead and do a rundown of my favorite fall fitteds that I have in my collection. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.